Hello, fellow NHLers. This is your friend Ebbs and Flows here, bringing you my first edition of my grind to the top 100. I hope your day is going as well as mine. My current record is 25-1, and our rank is 12,552. We have a very long way to go to that top 100. Let's get right into our first game, the first of 3 games actually. All 3 opponents do end up quitting, but it did give me a chance to give you more than 1 game, so 3 games coming at you. So you can see there we start out early with a backhand forehand. We do take a 1-0 lead in the first period. Obviously my opponent is playing with the Blackhawks and I am playing with the Dallas Stars.
You want to score goals, you've got to get to this area of the ice. Some shots, only one goal. A lot of opportunities, love the mindset of getting...
Alright, that's all the action we actually have for the first period. We do only score 1 goal, but still a lead. Let's go into the second period after looking at the stats. 14 shots to 4. We are outchancing my opponent by a good amount. Let's get to that second goal. Take a rough high stick there. We do end up getting past the defender and finding Tyler Seguin wide open backside. Opponent is over pursuing. You are going to see lots of cross crease passes in the start of the segment to the top 100. You have got to learn how to defend the cross crease. It is the most sought after, most used, most efficient goal in this game. There we get a nice short side snipe, taking a 3-0 lead that does lead to our opponent quitting. These shots were 19-4. Let's get right into the second game. Second game, we are playing a Penguins fan, or Penguins fans rather. We do have 2 people playing on the same team. Costly turnover there from the goalie. We do try to go backside. That's a no-go. We do keep trying the cross crease. Lots of pressure from us. We get another rebound and we go for a 1T backside. That's a no-go. And we are going to take a short side snipe. That's a no-go. And finally we get a simple wraparound net after lots of chances, lots of shots, and lots of bad defense by my opponent. That leads us to 1-0 in the first period. Getting you to a little later in the first period, we do have a power play here and we're going to get our second goal. Lots of pressure from my opponent. We do try to go backhand, forehand. Great save by Flower. We shoot it backside, and Flower's a little out of position from the great save, and that does lead to Patrick Kane making no mistake in finishing that backside pass. That does it for the end of the first period. We are up 2-0, so a comfortable lead. We are out shooting our opponent 19-1 in this one. This one was not even close. As you know, my opponent does end up quitting. Alright, starting off here, right at the start in the second period, we do get that third goal to make our opponent quit. Lots of pressure by us. Trying to go short side, he does unfortunately pass it right to our forechecker, who throws it backside for the captain, Jonathan Toews, just finishing it. That is 3-0, and there comes the quit. The shots ended up being 1-21. We were outchancing our opponent by a lot. I think early in the series you're going to see a lot of this. Maybe not too long, but for a little bit. Hopefully we'll get to better and more experienced opponents soon. For now, these are the first 3 we have. We are starting our third game here. We're playing with the Blackhawks again versus another Penguins fan, or fans again. We're playing 2 people again. We don't get it to go short side, so let's try far side. He does screen Flower. We do end up putting it top left. Captain Jonathan Toews again getting us off to a good start. That is a 1-0 lead for us. We are going to put a second goal up in the first period. Let's get right into that second goal. Coming down here, we try a couple nice dekes. We do not get it short side. Flower tosses it out again, and a costly pass by my opponent leads to another backside feed for another goal. Our opponent does actually score a goal against us in this game, which we can go over a quick teaching point on it. It was preventable, just like any goal is. Let's get into my opponent's goal. I'm sorry, my opponent does actually score in the second period. This game does make it to the third period finally, but we do find ourselves with a comfortable 2-0 lead at the end of the first. Shots are 13-1. Let's get into my opponent's goal in the second period.
On that faceoff, tying the man up. Turned right away with the poke check by Lovejoy.
All right, a couple chances for us actually leads to us turning it over in the neutral zone. My opponent does get a few shots here. I'm trying to defend that cross crease, which we do. Unfortunately for us, he does get a rebound, and he does get a shot on net, and a good save by Corey Crawford. That does lead to us passing it out. I want to keep the momentum going, but it does end up haunting me. He turns around, snipes it short side. I felt like I should have switched to, if I wasn't on already, Duncan Keith and stopped in my tracks, not trying to turn, but actually stop skating and get in the way of that puck. Unfortunately, it didn't work out well for us. It is 2-1 now. We do get our third goal here in the second period. We find a cross-crease pass again. My opponent is leaving that wide open. Guys, if someone's leaving it open, keep scoring. You have to keep scoring against your opponent until they stop it. No lead in NHL is exactly safe, so it's important to keep tacking on the goals, especially if they're leaving open the most common goal, which is the cross crease. We do take a 3-1 lead at the second, and we do actually score one more goal in the second period to go up 4-1. Let's bring you that goal now.
Snapped up by Shaw. Took that pass. He's in, but not free yet. Oh!
Great poke check by him. Unfortunately, they both chased after me after I lost the puck, and that left Shaw open wide on the backside for another cross crease goal. I think playing with two people is sometimes, if you're not used to it, can lead to a lot of cross crease goals, which happened in the last two games. Getting you to the end of the second period, we're going to start the third with a very comfortable 4-1 lead. Shots were 19-8. Sorry that was so quick. We'll show the statistics again after our opponent leaves the game here.
Possession gained by Duncan.
Right at the beginning of the third period, we do get this fifth goal. I thought my opponent could have prevented this goal by just possessing the puck once he got it or once he knocked me off of it. As you can see right here, we do get knocked off the puck. Bad pursuit by him. He's trying to go up with it. That leads to a clapper far left, post and in. My opponent is going to quit after that. We'll show you the shots. And as always, guys, we're going to show you my opponent's record. I was surprised, or all three of them. I was very surprised to see that these three players actually have a very positive record, or at least one of them do. 37-16. That's a great record. 43-32, also a very good record. 37-29. All winners, all winning records. Tip of the cap to my opponents as always. I'll try to play 5 to 15, maybe 20 games before I bring you the next segment on the grind to the top 100. I want that rank to shoot up quickly. That way we can get to better players. Guys, thank you so much for joining in. Please stay tuned for more HUT and more grind to the top 100 on my new channel. Take care.